was recruited here in 2004. I had several friends here. Public health is a small field. And they were looking for a dean, and I was looking for a new opportunity. And I came here, and the minute I walked on this campus, it felt right. This is a great, great university and a great college of public health. Public health is at a wonderful moment in its development. And being here at the USF College of Public Health, which is a very, very strong institution, allows us to really put our mark on the field. The way we think about preparing our students, we've been extremely innovative. We've been very creative in how we think about how we prepare professionals for the future. And being here at USF Health allows us to do that in concert with all of our other health professions colleagues. So it is a tremendous opportunity for me as a 30-year public health professional to really be in the right place at the right time. I found a booklet. You get one of those books where you record who your friends were and what first day of class and what. And in the third grade, I said I either wanted to be a stewardess or a geneticist. And we still laugh about that to this day. Now, they don't even call them stewardesses anymore. They are flight attendants. And why I ever thought I wanted to be one, I don't know. But I think in some ways I did end up doing both of those things in a strange way. So I'm trained in the sciences, in the health sciences, but I also view my role here as being a servant to all of us, our students, our faculty, our staff, and the communities with which we work. So maybe in a way I did become both of those things. If I didn't get into public health school, I had been accepted into a cultural anthropology program, which again is a related area, how we understand how people come together in societies and how they fulfill their wishes as humans is kind of what public health is. How do we come together? How do we create conditions in which we can be healthy and live the kind of lives we would like to live? So I think I kind of ended up in the same general area anyway. I was very, very shocked actually to be accepted to the Johns Hopkins School. And it was just a fluke how I discovered public health, which is true for a lot of us. We've never heard of it. We don't know anything about it. I was looking for graduate programs, looking through Peterson's Guide to Graduate School, no relation. And the book kept opening to the Johns Hopkins School of Public Health. And I finally looked one day and said, why does this book keep opening here? And I read it and I said, that's what I want to do. And I applied on a whim. I didn't qualify for anything, but I applied anyway. And when I got in, I said, that's where I need to be. Well, if I'm not at my stove cooking, I'm at a restaurant eating. I love food. Probably Paso Grill Beach. I love it there. I love getting up early in the morning. It's a 30-minute drive, door to sand, and I love just being there early and just walking and enjoying the environment, the water, the sky, the quiet. It's just a beautiful, beautiful place. I do. I have 2 dogs. I had 5 dogs for a while, which was insane. But I'm down to 2. One is an Irish Terrier mix. The other one is a little Shih Tzu that my mother bought. And then it had been 20 years since she had a puppy, and then she realized she really couldn't have a puppy. But after 36 hours, the dog had to remain in the family, so I ended up with the little Shih Tzu, but they're fun. Sadly, I am often eating at this desk in this office. There's too many good things to do during the day. If I'm lucky and get to go out for lunch with friends or colleagues, that's a treat. But I'm usually eating here because I usually have food left over from whatever I made the night before. And I actually plan that. I'll look at the calendar and see when I need to bring a lunch, and then I'll cook something that allows me to bring my lunch here. But I like sitting at this desk eating. I have a beautiful view out the window, and it lets me be here and be available to folks and ideas that come through the door. Between Buffalo and Niagara Falls, New York. So I'm a snow country girl. Probably why I like hockey. I grew up playing hockey. My father would flood the backyard in the winter, and we would play hockey. It's a beautiful part of the country. I love that area. The Great Lakes are a wonderful place to grow up. And I think when you grow up in harsh conditions like that, you learn to understand that we are all interdependent on each other. So I think people are extremely nice to each other up there because you never know who's going to be the one to come along to pull you out of the ditch. And if they remember you, hopefully it's positive. But that was a great place to grow up. I almost went to music school, so I'm a classically trained musician. I play the violin and the viola, and so I love that music. There's not much music I don't like. My daughter actually has a band in the Twin Cities. Very exciting, kind of indie pop kind of music. But I love music. There's usually music playing in here. There's always music playing in my kitchen, in my house when you come over. The TV's only on when the kids are home. I prefer music. I don't have a favorite because I just love all of it. I love the creative process that goes into it. And I love watching live performances of any kind of music. It's just magical to me. I walk a lot. I never ran. I'm not a runner. I played a lot of sports in college. So no, I walk. I do go to the Y. I read voraciously. I wish our students read more. I wish young people in general read more. I know some do, but a lot don't. And I think that's sad because I think you learn a lot about people and their lives and how they cope and how they make decisions. And reading other people's stories sometimes helps you solve your own challenges. I think it helps you be more creative. So yeah, they should know I read a lot. And I also read all of their papers. So when they take classes with me, read everything they write. And one thing I had to learn is your tendency is to read for the content, but it's such an important skill to be able to write that we actually made a decision as a college a few years ago to also grade for the writing style and correct grammar and punctuation and sentence structure and how you convey a thought. It's not enough to show me that you actually know the content, or you need to actually be able to communicate it effectively. That's something we actually took on as a college a few years ago. It's very, very important. It's an important skill. Our practices are, that's our unifying theme, because our practices are passionate. Whatever it is we do, we are extremely passionate about because we do it in service to the community, to the public good, to preserving the public's health and their prosperity.